your show next.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. As men, we have to build value. Women, they just have to preserve it.
That's not alpha, bro!
Dude, what is this, 2005?
Money and looks can get you in the door, but game is what keeps you on our mind. She's not your co-pilot, she's your flight attendant.
Wait a minute. You actually thought you were the only guy she was fucking?
But she told me she loved me.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 788th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is good to have you guys in this afternoon. It is Friday, October 15th of 2021. As always, we are streaming live. Hang on. Make sure everything is good to go here. My apologies, guys. Got it. As always, we are streaming live to Facebook, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, YouTube, Twitch, and of course, in crystal clear, high-resolution 4K to Sharp Stream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharp Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Good to have you guys in today. Big announcement, as you guys can see there on the screen, is that Kendall Kirkland, the king of Temptation Island, the winner of Temptation Island Season 3, by our standards, Kendall is going to join me right here on the show on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. I have confirmed Kendall from Temptation Island for 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be 1 p.m. Pacific. That is going to be a fantastic show. Very, very much looking forward to having him on the show. He says he's looking forward to meeting me, which is very, very cool. Apparently, he has followed me in my work for a good long while. And it's actually going to be pretty cool. It's actually going to be pretty cool to talk to one of the male contestants on a dating show that I break down. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And listen, as far as I'm concerned, there are no questions that are off limits. We're going to talk about Alexis. We're going to talk about Erica. We're going to talk about Nicole. We're going to talk about the potential love triangle. We're going to talk about the throuple. I'm going to ask him, hey, did Nicole on the sneak tip try to lock you down behind Alexis's back? Are you fucking Erica still, or are you still fucking, like, we're getting into all of that. Kendall he's the GOAT of the first 3 seasons of Temptation Island for sure. And it's going to be very, very cool to talk to him, just to kind of pick his brain in terms of what his experiences were like, quote unquote experiences were like on the show. Shout out to the snipers in the Sharp Stream chat: Dre Raven, Sirius, Arpap, Damian Hanma, and of course the lovely and talented Devin. On the YouTube side, shout out to the sharpshooters. Let's see who we got in here. King Life is in the house. Dre Raven, double dipping. P-Dubs is in the house. Street Fighter 88, good to see you in here. Jason Moreno. Jason Moreno says, yeah, I don't know why we're surprised. Honestly, guys, look at him. I mean, look at him. KRW looks exactly like a guy that would take his chick to a casting couch interview and tell her how good she did. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Let me get my sound effects. Let me get my soundboard going on here, because we're going to be using a lot of these today.
Yep.
You know it. This is going to be a very fun show today. I will be opening up the phone lines a little bit later. To get you guys' thoughts on today's episode as well as yesterday's episode. So you guys can talk about Kevin Ray Wilder, or we can talk about this confidence creator that we are about to discuss, so to speak. Danny Arnold likes the beta Donovan, but she told me she loved me. Yeah, I've been waiting to pull that one out for a good long while. Okay, let me not waste any time. Let me not continue to run my mouth. Let's go ahead and get right into today's topic. So there is a content creator. His name is Confidence Creator. I don't know too much about his channel. As a matter of fact, I should have actually had this pulled up because to me, it wasn't really, sorry about that. It wasn't really that important. But I'm going to take a look. We're going to take a look at his channel and see exactly what this guy talks about, because it appears that he is obviously he's a male content creator. Confidence, there he is, confidence creator. And there we go. All right. So let's jump over here. And take a look at his channel before we discuss this guy. He looks like a relatively young guy. I think he's probably, I don't know, maybe early to mid 30s, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But there you can see. Oh, wait a minute, that is the wrong display. Hang on, guys. I don't know why this keeps doing this. This is wacky. Hang on, guys. My apologies. I should have had this taken care of before the show. But you guys know your boy is a little bit rusty. But like I said, for all intents and purposes, this guy, Confidence Creator, is I guess he is a male improvement, self-improvement person. He's got a shade under 10,000. He's got a shade under 10,000 subscribers, and so he's got another one. Finally, Confident, I can see. So he did a video about me, but before we get into the video about me, let's just take a look at some of his videos just to kind of get a broad stroke in terms of what his channel is really about. So let's see. The most popular RP lies told to you. So he's that guy. He's that guy, right? He's an anti RPer. Are you high valued man? Disagreement with Kevin Samuels. Let's see. Before cutting someone off, listen to this. Female delusion calculator. YouTubers lied. Men don't approach a beautiful women anymore. Let's see. Myron Gaines admits to being law enforcement. I don't know what's breaking about that. Myron Gaines calls Kevin Samuels so Myron Gaines says fresh and fit. Okay, yeah. So this guy is really, I think he's the black version of Kevin Ray Wilder, it appears. He's the black version of Kevin Ray Wilder. He talks about, I guess he does have some original content. But unlike Kevin Ray Wilder, he doesn't, I guess this guy does come out with original content, but it appears that the vast majority of his content is just talking about creators that are bigger than him. Well, one such video he did was Donovan Sharp wife exposes Donovan on his, I think it's on his own show or something like that. So he decided to do this video. Apparently Devin exposed me. Oops, wait a minute. Let me jump back in there. Apparently Dev exposed me. She exposed me on my own show, and so that is, oh boy, I have no idea what I just did. All right. Okay, there we go. That's weird. All right. Anyway, so that's what we're going to discuss today. And once again, guys, what we're going to do is we are going to stay away from, copyright strikes and all that good stuff. I have sped up the video. I have turned it around. I made it black and white, and I gave it some scan lines just to sort of keep us out of trouble. I guess my iPad just died on me, so I'm gonna have to use my real keyboard. I was trying to streamline things a little bit here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what this kid has to say.
I like and hate Donovan Sharp's talking points. On one hand, I find him funny and entertaining at times. And on the other hand, his hate and disrespect for black women rub me the wrong way.
Okay. Now, the first thing you guys will probably notice about this guy is he appears to talk funny. I haven't watched any of his other videos, so I can't really say for sure whether or not he really sounds this way in real life. I doubt that he sounds this way in real life. He seems to be very, listen, man, if it works for him, whatever, I'm good with it. But one thing that I strive for, as far as I'm concerned, is authenticity. I don't use another voice. I sound exactly the same on and off the camera. Like, I'm the same guy on the camera and the same guy off the camera. So I guess if this is the way he really talks, okay. I mean, you know, we can sit here and say the guy sounds a little bit funny, but okay, whatever. It seems very try hard. You know, I hate Donovan Sharp and blah 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 blah. I don't know. It seems a little over the top. But listen, I've been accused of being over the top, and until of course, you know, these guys actually meet me. Oh, this guy really is this way. Like, this dude really is like, this is what he sounds like, so to speak. Let me back it up here. And
I like and hate Donovan Sharp's talking points. On one hand, I find him funny and entertaining at times. And on the other hand, his hate and disrespect for black women rub me the wrong way.
Yep. There it is. So now we understand the agenda. We understand the agenda. According to him, the reason he did this video is because of my disrespect towards black women. So he's already telling us that he is really not speaking objectively, and most people don't. I don't speak objectively most of the time. It is what it is, but it appears so far that the main reason he has decided to do this exposed video on me is because of the alleged disrespect and hate towards black women. CC, get in line, man. Like, honestly, I've been attacking Donovan Sharp because of the things that he said about black women. That is so 2016, man. You're gonna have to update yourself here, buddy boy.
I have no idea why he singles them out for doing the same thing women of other races do. But
I have no idea why he singles them out. Because they do the same things that other races of women do. I see. What CC just said here was white girls do it too. That's the argument that he's using. Well, white girls do it too. So why don't you talk about white girls in the same way you talk about black women? And it's funny because all the feminists and all of their cape-wearing manginas, they don't really seem to be worried about race. But here's my response to the white to the white girls do it too. And I'll start from the top here. Like it or not, gentlemen, like it or not, black women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. That's point blank period. It's not a secret. I'm not breaking news here. Black women are almost nobody's type, and everyone knows it, including black men and women, regardless of what they say. Now, a lot of people like to, well, where are your facts? Where are your statistics? Where is your data? They don't really want to know what the statistics and the data says. What they're doing is they're trying to disqualify your statement by requiring some sort of research or some sort of study. Well, if you actually showed it to them, they still wouldn't believe it, because they would say, well, listen, numbers can be made to say anything, and they would be right. They would be right. This is why I don't use outside data when I talk about my talking points. I'm not one to, statistics and studies, all of that is bullshit to me. The kind of data I use is empirical data. Empirical data is based on your own and shared experiences. People can say all they want to, well, this percent of men did this and that. Listen, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. The things that I talk about, that I've gone through, it just so happens that thousands, if not millions of other men have gone through similar or the same experiences as I have. Just because someone says, well, who hurt you and that this is not all women, hey, you're probably right. It's not all women. But based on the empirical data, we in this community, we have figured women out. We know who and what women really are. This is not based on studies or statistics. This is based on empirical data. You can't tell me that I'm wrong because of my experiences, and you can't tell millions of men that they're wrong because of their experiences. No, we've all experienced the same things. But the reason I bring that up is because I am actually going to use sort of outside and empirical data in terms of black women being at the bottom of the sexual totem pole, and that's dating apps. Study after study after study. They don't even do surveys or studies. What they do is they track the people they swipe right on. Right? They listen, they go through all the male profiles. Okay, what races of women are these guys swiping right on? What races of women are these men choosing? And black women are chosen the least. That's it. That's it. Listen, you can hate me. I don't care. But facts are facts. Facts are facts. Now, the deal is this. Black women would not be as pissed off about being the least preferred females in the world if brothers hadn't started jumping ship and dating other races of women, namely white girls. Right? Now, listen, they could deal with it if high caliber black men were checking for them, but we're not anymore. And the reasons are obvious. And listen, I've written and I've talked about the reasons ad nauseum. Not only are guys like us staying away from sisters, we're getting with white girls at an increasing rate. The more successful we get, the less attractive black women become. It's basic math. But something black women have started saying to simultaneously shame us for dating outside of our race and shaming white girls is exactly what Cece here just said. White girls do it too. In other words, all the fuckery that black women get up to with lying and the cheating and the bad behavior, multiple baby daddies and all the rest of that, white girls do the same shit. You want to know something? They're right. They're right, gentlemen. White girls do it too. White girls do lie. White girls do cheat. White girls do engage in fuckery on a higher level than even black women. White girls do have multiple baby daddies. White girls are every bit as bitchy, deceitful, and dishonest, and they are as out of pocket as black women. And in a lot of cases, most cases, they actually do it to a higher degree than even black women do. Now, as a side note, it is beyond me why black women continue to treat black men like absolute dog shit, knowing full well we're their only option. Right? Like they know damn well that men of other races aren't checking for them. Unless it's maybe for like a one-night stand or a slump buster. They say they did it once, some sort of exotic, whatever they say. And even then, the quality of non-black men who do give attention to the average black women, marginal at best. Anyway, yes, white girls do it too. And they do it more and they do it worse. But here is what sisters ain't telling you. You see, white girls are submissive. They cook, they clean, they smoke sausage, and treat you like a fucking god. They do literally everything that sisters don't do. White girls know how to treat a man. Non-black women know how to treat a man. They understand how to keep a man around. They understand the importance of femininity. They understand what men want and need. Now, on the other side of that coin, white girls do it too listen, it's 747% correct. But at least we get something out of the deal for the bullshit we deal with. Yes, gentlemen, we have to deal with the lies. We have to deal with the bad behavior. We have to deal with the disrespect and everything else. But at least we get our sausages smoked. At least we get to experience a woman who knows how to act. At least we get to experience true femininity. This is where the cost to benefit analysis comes in, right? As men, we're willing to put up with certain things if the benefits make it worth it. Women of all races are going to be bitchy, guys. They're all going to be bitchy. They're all going to misbehave. They're all going to act like adolescents. That's just the cost of being with women. You're going to have to deal with this stuff, and men know and understand this. You can't benefit from all the good women have, all they have to offer without having to deal with their bullshit. We get it, and we're willing to pay that price. We're willing to pay that price. But with black women, with sisters, there is no benefit. And that's the difference. You see, sisters bring all their bullshit to the table, like all other races of women do. But they do not give men enough incentive to want to deal with it. So when they say white girls do it too, they're leaving out, what they're leaving out is that black girls don't do it too, as in black women don't suck. They don't fuck, they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't treat a man like a man and act like she's got some goddamn sense. Now, one might say, well, Donovan, if a man isn't aware of a woman's true nature and doesn't know how to handle women with a strong masculine frame, isn't every woman going to withhold their benefits? And the answer is yes. It does not matter the color of her skin. If you don't act like a man, women will walk all over you, regardless of her race or your race. But herein lies another fallacy. You see, the more masculine you are with sisters, the more you impose your will, the more you take charge and lead the relationship, the more they push back. Black women literally punish you for being and acting like a man. They have an involuntary response that causes them to push back when a man shows dominant masculinity and rock solid frame. It's as though they don't want to relinquish what they feel is the power position they feel that is their birthright to have. They don't want to be submissive. Listen, the word submissive, that's a dirty word as far as sisters are concerned. The more dominant you are, the more masculine and dominant you are, the more dominant and masculine they act. And ain't nobody trying to deal with that. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. White girls, on the other hand, do not. White girls completely and wholly submit to dominance. So do Latinas. So do, I assume, Indian girls. So do Asian girls. The more dominance you show, the more feminine and submissive they become. Funny how that works, right? Act like a man and non-black women act like women. Act like a man and black women act like men. They act like men. Now, and we're going to get to the video, but I want to make sure we get through all of this. So now we have the shaming techniques. Shaming techniques that people like to hurl, and guys have heard this forever. You'll end up in jail for fucking with white girls. You know, it's funny. The sisters carry the same risk, but fucking with them will also get you 18 years of child support payments, which will also land you in jail if you're even a minute late with those payments. The fact of the matter is, guys, is that all women are poisonous. Messing with any of them carries an inherent risk, regardless of race. Black women are the riskiest to deal with because of the bottomless pit of bullshit you can get caught up in if you make a misstep. Yes, again, white girls are every bit as crazy as black women, sometimes even fucking crazier. But at least we're treated well in exchange for the nonsense they bring to the table. Sisters don't give a shit but the finger, y'all. So knowing what we know about how quickly white girls can get niggas hemmed up, knowing that all the white girl has to do is make an accusation and we end up in jail, no questions asked, knowing all of this, and we're still taking our chances with non-black women speaks to the deplorable state of today's sisters. If we're willing to subject ourselves to that kind of risk, that's not anything for sisters to laugh at. Here's another shaming technique. You hate yourself, Donovan. You hate yourself. The reason why you date white girls is because you hate yourself. This is typical projection. You see, sisters hate themselves because they know they're almost nobody's type. So they use this self-hate bullshit to deflect their inner pain. And really, all they're doing here is trying to make themselves feel better about the fact that black women are fucking women of other races. Any brother getting regular sex from females who are submissive, live for smoke and sausage, is far from hating themselves. I speak from personal experience because trust and believe, I love me some me. Here's another one. Stop me if you've heard this before. Yo mama black. Yo sister's black. Is that right? This is a ploy that black women like to use to shut you down, shut you up about the truth. As a man with this level of awareness, we all have the ability to separate the truth from familial ties. Just because your mother is black does not oblige you to date black women any more than it obliges white girls to date white guys. And again, I've written and spoken about the licentiousness of my mother and my sisters multiple times, and I've had no problem doing it. I love my mothers and I love my sisters dearly, but that doesn't mean I don't acknowledge their poor decisions. Just because someone's related to you does not separate them from what you know is the truth. So when sisters use this weak-ass argument, yo mama black, they may as well wave the white flag. Oh, I love this next one. You get fat, ugly white girls. The bottom shelf, Becky. Yeah, keep telling yourselves that. You see, low-value black men end up with low-value white girls. Bottom shelf Beckys. And this shit is laugh-out-loud funny, because if this were really the case, if most black women were dating bottom shelf Beckys, they wouldn't get their panties in a bunch, would they? Right? Why would they get upset about us fucking with white girls if they were all trailer park, flea-infested fat bitches? Right? The answer is they wouldn't. They shoot us dirty looks when we stroll by with our pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girls because they know these girls are everything they're not. Here's another one. You can't handle a strong black woman. Sure we can. But just because you can handle a bratty kid doesn't mean you want to. A man should never have to handle women. Yes, we understand that relationships aren't all peaches and cream, right? But having to deal with the constant nagging, the constant bitchiness, the constant emasculation, the constant complaining, your 8 kids, your 6 baby daddies, your inflated entitlement complexes isn't worth it anymore. But not to worry. I'm sure you guys have a line of white boys around the block ready, willing, and able to handle your strong black selves. This is another good one. The only reason why she's dating is because she's rebelling against her father. Maybe. But we're still getting the booty. And dealing with a rebellious white girl who's using us to get back at her father is a hell of a lot better than dealing with the typical sister in America. Plus, one of the main reasons pretty young white girls date black guys is because their fathers are pussies. Right? We talk about the emasculation of men all over the place. Well, guess what? When the most influential males in their lives, their fathers, are poor examples of what strong, masculine men look like, they're going to look elsewhere for a man who will lead them, keep them in line, and demand their best. Sound familiar? Let's try it again, but this time we'll make a couple of changes. When the most influential females in their lives, their mothers, are poor examples of what caring, feminine women look like, they're going to look elsewhere for women who will take care of them, respect them, and bring out their best. This is where non-black women come in. So let's go ahead and restart this video and see what this dude's talking about.
It is what it is. So today, we're gonna watch Donovan Sharp get exposed by his wife or girlfriend, maybe assistant. Who knows? But we're starting right now. So y'all not gonna subscribe? Cool. Well, at least
So he said Donovan Sharp's wife. He said Donovan Sharp's wife. Really? Why are you telling me? What makes you think I'm married to Devin, CC? What makes you think I'm married to Devin? I'd be interested to find out.
T-shirt then, bitch.
So tell them, get on my level, ho. I'm burning up, see I'm out of the way the devil go. It ain't enough till I'm burning down.
So much satisfaction out of those videos.
Oh my god, dude, I live vicariously through those videos. I stopped jerking off to porn when I was 37 years old. Sometimes I'll fucking whip out my dick and some fucking cocoa butter and fucking beat off to that stuff.
My bad. That's the wrong clip. But bro, you're a weirdo.
Oh, here we go. I'm a weirdo. Is that it? So right out of the gate, he's not really challenging anything. You're a weirdo. You see, the clip that the clip that he played, I was actually on. I think I was on Dude Party with MLD. This is years ago, years and years ago. And we were talking about the videos where girls run up on dudes and they try to swing on dudes and get knocked the fuck out. They get Mike Tyson'd. And I said in jest, dude, I live vicariously through those videos. Sometimes I'll even whip out my sausage and spank the monkey to that. So CC wants us to believe that he actually believes that I literally whip out my sausage and spank off to men being evisuba to women. This guy knows damn well that's not even close to true. And again, the only reason why, and he thinks he's being funny, my bad, but dude, you're a weirdo. So you're gonna take what I mean literally to apply a label of weirdo. Ridiculous.
Allegedly in this clip, and I have to say allegedly because I didn't find the full clip.
Well, CC, you might want to do a little bit of research. So you found that clip. Well, where did that clip come from? You see, this is what Kevin Ray Wilder and his and his sidekick, Grand Cam, this is what they do. They just make statements literally taken out of context. This is exactly what this guy did. Statements taken literally out of context. No nuance, no nothing. All he wants to play is, I whip out the monkey and I spank the monkey to dudes knocking chicks out. He knows that's not true. He knows where that video came from. He wants us to pretend, well, I didn't find that. Like, CC, that's no excuse, dude. If you're going to play a clip and call me a weirdo based on a clip and you don't know what the context before and after was, that's irresponsible. But again, this is why you're under 10,000 subscribers. So that should be really no surprise.
Talking about getting off to watching women.
Okay. Yeah, listen.
Get beat up by men. You got a lot of hate in you, and it's sad.
Oh, I got a lot of hate in me and it's sad. Yeah, right. So I get off to watching dudes knock out women because I have a lot of hate in me and it's sad. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. Again, guys like this, and again, he's making the typical bullshit arguments that people have been saying about me for years. This guy's lazy. And how am I the weirdo if you're the one trying to sound like Batman? Like, what is that?
But here's the right clip.
Oh yeah, there are other ways of leading a relationship than just being a financial breadwinner. And I know,
I think that's true.
Well, listen.
Oh, you think that's true? So there's other ways of leading the relationship without being the financial breadwinner. That's cute. That's cute. You think that I'll tell you what, there are other ways to lead a relationship, but guess what, CC? Guess what? If you are not the breadwinner in the relationship, you are not going to lead that relationship, my friend. You are not leading that relationship, and you know it.
Here's how this works, right? Are there other ways of leading besides being the financial breadwinner? Yes, but being the financial breadwinner is where it starts.
This is false for many reasons.
False for many reasons. So leading the relationship and being the breadwinner is false for many reasons. Let's listen.
It's true. You can lead with your wallet.
What? You can lead with your wallet? CC, that's not what this is about. This is not leading with your wallet.
But I call that.
You see? What he is doing. Do you see what he just did there? So I said that being the financial breadwinner is where it starts in terms of leading a relationship with a woman. 100% true. He didn't characterize it like that. He called it leading with your wallet. Well, I call leading with your wallet trickin'. You're absolutely right, CC. Leading with your wallet is trickin'. But being a leader in a relationship because you are the financial breadwinner, that's not leading with your wallet. When we use the term leading with your wallet is trickin', we're talking about on approach. You approach a girl at a bar, a club, etc., etc. By the way, I own a Lamborghini and several corporations. That's leading with your wallet, and that's tricking. Being the financial breadwinner in a heterosexual relationship with a woman, that's not leading with your wallet. That's simply leading. Hang on a second. Let me make sure Caitlin is off. There we go. But he wants to twist it around and call this trickin'.
Are there ways of leading besides being the financial breadwinner? Yes, but being the financial breadwinner is where it starts.
See, being the financial breadwinner is where it starts. That's 100% true. But what does this guy say?
This is false for many reasons. It's true. You can lead with your wallet.
Right. Being the financial breadwinner in a relationship is not leading with your wallet. CC, you know that's not what we're talking about here. You know this. You know this, but you want to conflate this to tricking because, well, I'm a weirdo. Oops.
But I call that. If I give you $1 million today, does that make you a good leader?
If I give you $1 million today, does that make you a good leader?
No.
Well, of course not. Of course not. What's that? What does that have to do with being the financial breadwinner? Like, dude, just because you have money does not make you a good leader. But guess what? If you want to be a good leader in a relationship, money is the prerequisite, my friend. You see what he's trying to do here? He is trying to tell people that I think that having the more money you have, the better a leader you are. That's 100% false. No, just listen, just because you have money, that does not make you a good leader. However, within the context of a sexual relationship with a woman, in order to be a good leader, guess what? You've got to be the breadwinner. It has nothing to do with giving anybody $1 million. Dude, there are so many men. There are so many men in relationships. They make into the millions. They suck as leaders. They suck as leaders. Money does not make a man a good leader, but a good leader in a relationship must be the financial breadwinner. Listen, a girl will support a man for only so long, but after a while, she's going to look elsewhere. This is the concept we call hypergamy. Women are not trying to support men. They're incapable of, they're not incapable of financially supporting men, but if a woman financially supports a man, she doesn't respect him as much as she needs to for him to lead the relationship.
If your girl starts an OnlyFans page and gets paid, should she lead your family? No.
Who the hell said that? What are we talking about? If a girl starts an no. Listen, I don't give a shit what she does for a living. She's not leading my family because she's a woman.
If a woman makes more money than you, does that make her a good leader?
No.
Lastly,
if a woman makes more money than you, does that make her a good leader? Do you see where he's trying to take this? He's trying to make everybody think that I think that if you have money, you're a good leader. That's not true. That's not true at all. I've never said that.
Doesn't make money, but he's a leader because of this game and knowledge he possesses.
Oh, look at this.
If a woman makes more money than you, does that make her a good leader?
No.
This guy thinks he's clever.
Lastly, doesn't make money, but he's a leader because of this game and knowledge he possesses. Women give him money and they see him as a leader. I talk about that in the Keep Your D Out of Her video.
Let's just say, for example, the
That's funny. He talked about a pimp there.
roles reversed. Let's just say you were Devin Sharp and I'm your assistant Donovan, right? Dude, I'd be out the door in 2 seconds or less because you're the breadwinner. Yeah, I could be all alpha and this and that and the other, but in the end, man, like, there's no romance without finance. You wouldn't have as much respect for me if I weren't who I was and if I weren't making what I made.
Well, you even early in our relationship, the roles were somewhat reversed.
Yeah, they were actually.
Wait, what? The roles were reversed.
You know,
Yes, they were reversed.
and so I feel like the reason why it worked then is because you set boundaries and expectations. There may have not been that financial, leadership at the moment. Of course, that's different now. But I mean, it reminds me of a caller that you had once that was like, how do I reward my woman if I'm just a regular guy?
Right.
How do I lead a relationship if we both work? And that's 90% of guys that are out there are like, okay, I'm a normal person. I work, she works. I don't really make more than she does, so I can't really tell her what to do. How else?
Let me ask you
can I lead
this.
I really dislike that he cut her off.
I don't give a fuck what you think, CC. I cut my woman off any goddamn time I want.
Because she was making some really valid points.
She was not making valid points. Devin was talking in circles, as women do. A woman is never going to admit to a man on the air, if you don't make, if I have to support you, I'm out of here. There is a clock. No, a woman's never going to say that. That makes her look bad. It makes her look like a gold digger. But guess what? This happens in real life, CC. See, what you're basing all of your theories on is based on what you are hearing from a woman. I think CC would absolutely positively agree that what women say and what women do are often two very different things. For that very reason, they just don't want to look bad. So Devin is not going to say to me on the air, listen, if you didn't make the money you did, I'd support you for only so long and then I'd be up out of there.
Even though Donovan wasn't making money, he had goals and dreams. And more importantly, he put the work in.
There it is. Goals and dreams, and I put the work in. Do you see that? That's the difference, CC. That's the difference. That's why Devin supported me financially. Because I had goals, I had a dream, and I had a plan. There's this one woman on the Fresh and Fit podcast, a couple months back. Dude, she was, dude, beautiful woman. I think she was a little older. I think she was like 32 years old. And I can't remember. She had a very thick accent, but she was a stunner. Anyway, so Myron is quizzing her on her boyfriend or her man or husband or fiance or whatever. And he's like, hey, look, do you make more than your man right now? She says, well, no. And he asks her, well, why are you with him? She says, well, because I love him. And Myron said, okay, you say you love him, but are you going to support him forever? And this woman said, well, I'll tell you this. She said, when I met him, I could tell that he was dynamic. He's a very smart, intelligent individual. He has a lot of, I think she said he has a lot of projects going on right now that are really going to blossom into something later. She said, when I met him, the reason I fell for him is because she said these words. She says, this guy is going to be somebody, right? So the reason why she is with him is because she is investing in his potential. He had goals. He had a plan. This was exactly the same with Devin and me. I didn't move Devin out here for her to support me indefinitely. No, Devin knew that I had a plan. Hey, listen, I've got this podcast thing. I think it's really going to take off. Devin believed in me. That's why she supported me. But if I decided to just move her out here, well, look, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with this podcast. I might work at McDonald's. I don't know. I'll try to get a job when I'm out there. Dude, our relationship would not have lasted that long because there was no potential. Devin only supported me financially because she saw and believed in the potential. Women will either latch onto a man who already has everything, or they'll latch onto a man early because they see the potential. Conor McGregor's wife, they've been married forever. They've known each other, I don't know, since they were like 16 years old. He was on food stamps and this and that and the other. But his wife constantly says, listen, man, things were tough for Conor and I early on. She says, but I knew. I saw the fire in his eyes. I saw the desire. And I knew he was going to make it. That's why I stuck with him. If Conor McGregor were unmotivated, if he didn't have a plan, if he was just kind of humdrum about life, if he didn't have a fire or a passion for life, she'd have been out of there. It's the same thing with Devin and I. The reason Devin supported me is because I had a plan. You literally made my point for me, CC.
So Donovan could lose it all, and Devin would be right there with him, holding it down.
No. You're only half right. Let's say that someone were to snap their fingers. Let's say that someone were to snap their fingers and Donovan Sharp Inc. just goes away, disappears. All the money, all the clout, all my connects, right? Would Devin just up and leave immediately? No, of course not. Of course not. She's known me for a while. She knows that I have personality traits. She knows that I'm a go-getter. This is my third successful business that I've run. Devin will stick around because she knows I have the potential to bounce back. However, 2-3 months into me losing everything and I'm laying around the house, I'm drinking every night, I'm not making plans, it's woe is me. At some point, Devin is going to be like, okay, like, Donovan, I love you, and I know you're going through a tough time, but it's time to get to getting. Listen, man, Devin and any other woman, she'd give me a few days. She'd give me some time to lick my wounds, right? Blow off some steam. Women are not stupid. Like, they understand. Hey, man, if the worst case scenario were to happen, all right, I'm going to back off. I'm going to support him. I'm going to let him blow off steam. I'll let him, lick his wounds, recuperate, recover. But the only reason why a woman would continue to stick around and support him financially is if and only if, number one, he has a successful track record, number one, which I do, and number two, she knows that I have the requisite tools to get it all back and more, and number three, I have a plan to do it. If one of those three things is missing, guess what? The clock is ticking. So yeah, you're right. Devin would stay with me if I were to lose everything, but guess what? There's a time clock. She's not going to support me for the next 5 years, me laying on the couch bitching and moaning about what might have been, blaming other people, blaming others for my plight and state in life. No. She'll deal with it for a little while, but at some point, she would be up out of here, as every woman would, and guess what? That does not make her a bad person. It makes her a woman. It makes her a woman. And there are very few accurate juxtapositions in terms of... There are very few apt analogies in terms of men and women. Men and women are different. It's the opposite in Sexual attraction is asymmetrical. We all know that. But let's reverse the roles. Let's say that Devin were to get injured in a car accident, right? She 3 cracked ribs, broken leg, broken arm, and it takes her, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon. It takes her 4 months to get all of her bones back. Guess what? Devin being in basically a body cast and laying around, when the cast comes off, she's not going to have the body she used to. Does that mean I just up and leave? Well, of course not. Because number 1, I know that she has the genetics to get the body back. Number 2, she has the equipment and the resources to get that body back. And number 3, she would know, hey, you better get this body back or the fuck up out the door. So if she were to lose her body because of something that were either outside or in her control, hey, I'm not just going to up and leave, but your ass better be hitting that gym. You better be hitting that gym. Well, it's the same thing with women. If I were to lose it all, Devin would be, she'd be ride or die. But she's not going to be ride or die forever, CC. Oh no, there is a limit. There is, and listen, I don't know what the exact limit is. Dude, different situations, different men, different women. But there is always a clock. There is always a clock. Women are never with you for nothing, CC. Women do not love you for who you are. They love you for what you are and what you can provide. A woman's love is conditional, my friend. Devin's love is conditional. There are certain things that I have to do and meet to be worthy of her love, and vice versa. There are certain metrics she has to meet to be worthy of my commitment. That's how this works. There is no such thing, CC, as unconditional love, and I think that's his overarching point.
Why? Because she's not with him for the money. She's with him because she loves him.
Oh, here we are. Oh, blow your mind.
Hell no! I know y'all don't like that word, but it's true.
Listen, I like the word love. I like the word love. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to act like love is this foreign concept that we don't believe in. No, that's not really it. But your idea of love, CC, is not the real idea of love. Again, he hasn't said it yet, but what he is describing is unconditional love. I will say this again. Devin's love for me is 247% conditional. You better fucking believe it. You better believe it. My love for Devin is 367% conditional. I don't love Devin for who she is. No, man. I love Devin because she's got a rockin' body. She does whatever I say. She sucks a good dick and she knows SEO. She looks great naked in heels, and she's quiet, demure, and submissive. That's why I love her. If Devin were to get fat, stop cooking and cleaning, stop wearing heels, guess what? It's time to replace that ass. There is no such thing as unconditional love, CC, and I think that that's what he's really trying to get at, but it just doesn't work that way.
And the question, how do you lead a relationship if you don't make good money? You lead it the same way you would if you did make money. See, I don't lead in every situation in my house.
What? I'm sorry. Say that again? I beg your jargon?
I know y'all don't like that word, but it's true. And the question, how do you lead a relationship if you don't make good money? You lead it the same way.
Well, you have a plan, right? You have a plan, you have goals, and you set parameters for your woman. This is exactly what I did with Devin. She knew, I made it very clear to her the direction I was headed. She said, okay, you know what? I'll buy in. I'll 100% buy in. Let's do this. And guess what? Her investment has paid off. Her investment has paid off. But make no mistake, if I were to lose it all and not show the resolve to get it back, I'd be up out of here. She'd be up out of here.
You would if you did make money. See, I don't lead in every situation in my house.
Why is that, CC? Why don't you lead every situation in your house? See, now we're beginning to understand why he thinks the way he thinks. Now we're starting to lift the veil here a little bit. Let me, pardon me. Sorry about that. Basil Denson, $5, says, how about being aggressive? I think they're more aggressive than other races. Yeah, yes. Sisters are more aggressive than other races. Space Windu, I've been a member for 4 months. It's good to see you back at it. It is good to be back, absolutely. Space Windu, another $20 super chat, says, this dude is extra stank, hilarious. I don't know, it's almost like he's trying to be, like, I'm not going to knock, I don't know. I'm trying not to make fun of the guy, but I guess this is a shtick. Okay. But it just seems weird. I can't imagine that this is really the way he talks in real life. Hologram EMC says, my ex told me that when she disagreed with me, it wasn't because I was wrong, but she felt that by agreeing with me, she'd be giving up a part of herself. What do you think of that, CC? Is that why you don't lead in every decision in your relationship? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm thinking CC's wife or girlfriend probably screens his videos before he puts these out. Mike T, $5, says, idiot looks more like Sizzlack from The Simpsons. I have no idea who that is. Technomage B5, $10, says, shallow women dump a man at the first sight of trouble. Smart women will persist through the bumps in the road, but no woman will stay with a non-productive man forever. I could not have said that any better myself. ITZ Mr. Daniels, welcome to chat privileges. At ITZ Mr. Daniels to welcome him to the TSR family. Sirius is back in the house. Good stuff. Yeah, Sirius says taking out of context clips is stupid. It's stupid and it's lazy and it's irresponsible. Damien Hanna says part of comedy is saying exaggerated comments. Right, exactly. Like this guy actually used a satirical comedic moment to call me a weirdo. Like, dude, you know that's not true. Come on. Sirius on the Sharpstream side says you instantly know you're dealing with someone intellectually dishonest when they start taking jokes literally. These people are the ones who get the most butthurt when out of context clips are used against them as well that dish out what they can't take. Well said. Very, very well said. Sirius says, I believe in the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. Goddamn right. RPAP says, well, I have to be the breadwinner in my life because I've never had a woman that makes more than me ask me out. And even when I have dated girls that made more than me, terrible mistake, never doing that again, I had to pay for the damn date. Right. You guys get it. RPAP says women won't generally say what they want in a man that makes a lot. Wait, hold on. He says women generally won't say that they want a man that makes a lot of money and is the breadwinner for the same reason men won't say they want a 22-year-old with big tits. The only real difference is that it's starting to become more socially acceptable for women to say that. I would gladly take a young 22-year-old with a big set of tits. I'm telling you, man, are you kidding me? Right now, I've got one that's more than twice that age. I guess I'm settling down for that. Kevin. Sirius says, I also think the most toxic relationships that happen is when a woman believes a man has potential and then one day decides he's actually a failure. Yep. BB Vegito, $5, says, bet he takes long walks on the beach with free ice. Welcome back, D-Man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Again, let me remind you guys, I will be opening up the phone lines in the not too distant future. Probably in the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to be opening up the phone lines and getting you guys' opinions on this. Yes, there will be an F-Boy Island breakdown right after the show. All right, let us continue.
I lead in finance. My wife leads with the kids. I lead in finance.
Wait, he leads in finance. His wife leads with the kids. So he's married and he does have children. It's good that you lead in finance, but why don't you lead with the kids? CC. Why don't you lead with the kids? Listen, you're the father. You're the father. You are the leader of the household, not your wife. Not your wife. Now, listen, as far as changing diapers, whatever, that's not her leading that part of the relationship. That's her doing what wives are supposed to do. She's doing what wives and mothers are supposed to do. Now, maybe your wife does lead with the kids, but if she does, your kids are going to be in a bad way. You need to be the biggest influence in your children's lives. In the typical nuclear family, the mother is the nurturer, the father is the disciplinarian and the leader. This is not egalitarian. Again, this guy believes in egalitarian relationship and men and women are equal and unconditional love.
Because I study finances, investing, all of that stuff. But
oh, you study finances. Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad you do.
I know women that know more about finance than
I know women who know more about finance than
most men do.
Oh. I know women who know more about finance than most men do.
Stop the cap.
Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Don't give me these, dude, don't give me these bullshit anecdotal apex fallacies to prove your point. I know, and I don't know what it is with the plural and singular. It's I know women. That's why I said this is what ignorance looks like. So you're telling me that you know women who know more about finance than men, yet women currently hold 80% of the debt in this country. Right? Women spend most of the money. They take up 67% of the market share. The average credit score as a woman, the average credit score of for a woman is like 70 or 80 points below the credit score of a man. But you want, well, if he knows more, if this guy knows more women who are better at finance than men, then I guess women must be better at finance than men. Shut the fuck up, dude. Even if that were true, and it's not, that doesn't prove anything. Just because you tell us some bullshit story about how things are different in your world doesn't make it true, man. That doesn't make it true. Well, Donovan, isn't that what you do? No, that's not what I do. I talk about my experiences, and the reason why my channel has grown is because millions of men have had the same experiences. This is that empirical data. My empirical data is not bullshit because the men that I talk to, the men that I counsel, the men that I teach and talk to, we've all gone through and seen the same things. So miss me with this, well, I know more women. Shut the hell up with that, dude.
If you get with one of those women, you should let her lead in finance.
No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. If I meet a woman who is better at, let's just say that Devin has a master's degree in economy and works at, I don't know, Edward Jones. She works for a money management company, investment company. Guess who leads the finances? This guy. I don't give a fuck about, dude, I don't give a fuck about your credentials. I don't give a shit about what a piece of paper says. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care about none of that. The average woman is shitty with money, CC, and you know it. And even if a woman happens to be, quote, better at finances than I am, I don't give a shit. I'm the leader. I don't give a shit. I'm the leader. You put your woman in charge of finances, and she's going to bend your ass over. If you trust her. That's cute. That's cute. So now he's Mr. Good Guy. Well, I trust my Bible. If you trust your woman, so because I don't trust my woman with finances, that makes me somehow a Neanderthal or a bad guy.
And on the flip side, I know some women that are terrible with kids. If I dated them and unfortunately had a kid with them, I would never expect them to teach my kids. But moving on.
What? That's cute. Listen to that again.
Lead in finance. And on the flip side, I know some women that are terrible.
Some women, you idiot.
With kids. If
you know some women who are terrible with kids. Okay, fine. What? Listen, I don't care if a woman is good with kids, terrible with kids, good with money, bad with money. Fam, you got to be the leader. You got to be the leader you have to be the leader in every situation in your house. Now, this doesn't mean that you do not seek the counsel of your woman. Perfect example. As far as SEO and website stuff is concerned, I'm in charge of that. Me, Donovan Sharp, is in charge of, well, Devin has 20 years of SEO building websites and apps. Shouldn't you put her in charge of that?
Nope.
No, she does those things for me, but then she runs them by me first. She says, Donovan, I think we should use X, Y, and Z keyword because it's going to show up here, there, and everywhere. And I'll say, okay, well, what if we went in another direction? She'll say, well, it could improve, but only if this particular condition matters. So what do you want to do, Donovan? I'll say, you know what? Let's go with option B. Yes, Devin runs my website. Devin does all of my internet stuff, but she doesn't do shit without running it by me first. That's called being in charge. That's called leading every part of the relationship. I don't know nothing about this SEO stuff. That is all her. I don't know nothing about websites or building apps. I failed miserably at it I don't know anything about that, but guess what? Just because Devin's expertise is that does not mean that she leads in that area. Nah, this guy makes the call. And as you can see, things are going quite swimmingly for us.
If I dated them and unfortunately had a kid with them, I would never expect them to teach my kids.
This point was pointless. This is why he said moving on. He didn't know what else to say.
But Moving on.
Why did you? So let me ask you this. I was contributing nothing, right? Yeah, I had a little bit saved up, but you were literally like you were supporting me the entire time, right?
Yeah.
Why did you? Right? Because I mean, listen. I had kind of a plan, but I didn't expect it to turn into this. And if I didn't expect it to, I know you didn't see it unless you're clairvoyant. Why in the world? Why did you do what you did?
Because she likes you.
Right.
Dumbass. It's that.
Why do I gotta be a dumbass? Look at it. Listen to this guy.
I had kind of a plan, but I didn't expect it to turn into this. And if I didn't expect it to, I know you didn't see it unless you're clairvoyant. Why in the world? Why did you do what you did?
Because she likes you. Dumbass. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's cute. Why do I have to be a dumbass, man? Huh? Why I gotta be a dumbass? And again, we just went over this. The reason she liked me, or the reason she fell in love with me, was because of the plan. She didn't just like me because she liked me. No, there are conditions to a woman's love, Cece. No matter how much, listen, no matter how much you want it to be the opposite, a woman's love is 100% conditional.
Because I wanted to be with you.
Oh my God.
Is it that hard to believe that a woman just genuinely likes you?
No, that's not hard for me to believe that a woman genuinely likes you. But when he says genuinely likes you, what he is saying is that a woman likes you or loves you unconditionally. Devin did not subject herself to 18 months of training for a guy that she didn't know anything about. She didn't do it for her health. She didn't do it, well, I really like this guy, so I'm just going to do this. No. The reason Devin liked and eventually fell in love with me is because I was highly motivated. I was successful. Dude, when I met Devin, I still had my 7 rental properties. I'm still writing for Return of Kings, but I was making $170,000, $180,000 a year. You think that didn't factor in, CC? What if I had worked at McDonald's what if I bounced from job to job, mall job to mall job my entire life? I wouldn't be with Devin. She's like, this guy's a fucking 38-year-old man working at Wendy's? The fuck am I going to submit to that for? No, she genuinely liked me because she genuinely saw my potential and my track record. A woman's love is never conditional, Cece. That's what he wants to say without saying it.
All right.
See, I missed the whole marry up lesson growing up.
And this is Devin going off on a tangent.
No, sure. I don't. That's never been important to me. I guess I just never really thought that way.
The truth is, not all women think that way. Like Donovan and his gang lead on to believe.
Not all women think that way. Huh. Not all women think that way. In other words, not all women are hypergamous. Not all women love conditionally. Cece, they do love conditionally. A woman doesn't just like a man just because. Like, he knows this. He has to know this. And if he doesn't, he's the dumbass. Devin didn't like me just because she liked me. She genuinely liked me because she saw I was genuinely a badass. That's what it was. I'm a decent looking guy, made great money, very good with women. There's pre-selection all over the goddamn place. What's not to like? She didn't like me just because. See, what Cece's trying to do is he's trying to make women seem like they're these bastions of moral fiber that love men for the right reasons. Well, what right reasons are those? Well, they just genuinely like you. You mean unconditional love? Well, yes, unconditional love. No, that's not how it works, fam. That's not how it works.
Advice from my wife. She quotes, sure, if you ask any woman...
Important to me, I guess. I just never really thought that way.
The truth is, not all women think that way. Like Donovan and his gang lead on to believe. Advice from my wife. She quotes, sure, if you...
Advice from my wife. I hope that wasn't unsolicited advice, Cece. Hope that wasn't unsolicited advice from my wife. I don't take advice from Devin. I don't. I seek her counsel. I seek her opinion. If there's something I feel like she can help me with, I will seek her counsel. I don't take advice from Devin. Devin, there's this situation I'm dealing with my brother. Can you give me advice on how to handle it? No, that is never going to be me. That is never going to be me. Do not take advice from women. This doesn't mean that women are terrible, but women are ill-equipped to give actionable, real advice to men. Those are the facts.
Ask any woman, do they want a millionaire boyfriend? They'll all say yes. But the truth is, when that average guy comes around that treats them right, they're gonna give him a chance.
Oh, wow. Wow. So if you ask any woman if they want a millionaire boyfriend, they'll all say yes. I agree with that.
Yep.
But then if the average guy comes around, she's going to give that guy a chance. You see, there's a caveat he's leaving out of that. You see, if a woman has access to men who make millions of dollars who all want to be with her, she's not going to give that average guy a chance. CC. Women give average guys a chance when they don't have any better options. That's how this works. Women who give average guys a chance don't have above average options. Those are the facts. Of course every woman wants a millionaire boyfriend. Of course they do. They're kind of, sort of set for life if they invest properly. But what this guy fails to realize is that the average man is sexually invisible to the average woman. He doesn't know this. I'll challenge you to this, CC. The average man is sexually invisible to the average woman. In other words, the average woman doesn't see the average man. Of course, they physically see them, but they never seriously consider average guys for anything, much less a one-night stand. And the reason they don't is because the bottom 80% of women are going after all the top 20% of men. CC, ask your wife this. Who cheats more, men or women? I will put money on the fact that she will say, well, men cheat more. You want to know why your wife thinks men cheat more? You want to know why women in this country think that men cheat more? It's because they're not talking about 100% of the men. They're only talking about the top 15, 20% of men. Well, why would they do that, Donovan? Because the average man, the bottom 80% of men are invisible to the bottom 80% of women. Those are facts. Look at any dating app statistic. That's the most empirical data set that you can provide. Most men are sexually invisible to most women. The only women that would give the average guy a chance are women who do not have above average options. That's it. So for this guy to he actually looks like he believes what he's saying. Well, a woman would just give an average guy a chance who treats her right. Oh my God, dude. See, this is why men are lost, because of guys like this. We got guys saying, well, if you treat her right, she'll be loyal to you. Okay. But here's the thing, CC. You have the leverage. Okay? CC, you are far more valuable to your wife. You're far more valuable than your wife. There are a hell of a lot less of you than there are her. And I'm not trying to throw shade at your wife. I'm not trying to do that. Even though that's what you did with my girl. Showed that ridiculous picture of her. But listen, man, I'll be the bigger man here. But no disrespect to your wife, but you have more inherent value than your wife does. You do. That is your advantage. You are blessed with a Y chromosome. You automatically, in a sexual marketplace sense, you have more value than your wife does. Those are facts. Now, reproductively, she has a lot more value than you do. Right? Eggs are expensive, sperm is cheap, and all the rest of that. But the reproductive market has almost nothing to do with the sexual market now because of contraception and birth control. So you've taken those two things and you've split them up. This is why now men have a lot more value than women.
Just like if I ask every man, do they want a woman like Rihanna? They're all gonna say yes.
Who the fuck wants a woman like Rihanna? And this guy needs to speak proper English. He says axe. Dude, seriously? Hold up. So now we don't know the proper singular and plural pronunciation of woman and women. Now we got to say axe? Like, how educated is this dude? Like, you're supposed to be some expert or whatever. I don't want to make fun of the way you talk, but dude, like, if you're going to talk in this cartoon character's voice, speak proper English, fam. Shit.
Being their boyfriend, they'll all say yes. But the truth is, when that average guy comes around, that treats them right. They're gonna give him a...
That treats him right. They're going to give him a chance. No, they're not. No, they're not. That average guy who comes around and treats a woman right, those are the guys who get flaked on. Those are the guys who get cheated on. Those are the guys who have to wait 6 months for sex. Why? Because she's fucking the guy she really wants to be with, who's not giving her dinner dates. This guy is clueless.
Chance. Just like if I asked every man, do they want a woman like Rihanna?
If I asked every man, do I want a woman like Rihanna? A woman like Rihanna? A woman who is a gazillionaire? Who has freshly hit the wall? Who is still in love with her Ivisuba ex-boyfriend? Yeah, that's a big no. This guy is way out of touch. This guy's way out of touch. Dude, the average man doesn't want a fucking woman like Rihanna? Are you kidding me? The fuck out of here. Dude, now, when Rihanna was younger, Rihanna was a bad bitch. But now she's got the Skrillex haircut, she's got tattoos, she's gaining weight, she's at the wall.
They're all gonna say yes.
No, we're not.
But the truth is, I've seen some of your girlfriends. But moving on.
Oh, you've seen some of our girlfriends. Oh, there's another thinly veiled shot at your boy. Seen some of my girlfriends, huh? Hold on. So, Cece, that's probably the second or third time he has taken a thinly veiled shot at the aesthetics or the looks of my girlfriend. So let's do this. Let's go to there we are. Cece, I hope you're paying attention. That's Dev. That's her right there. You've seen some of our girlfriends, huh? Okay, all right. Oh, this is Devon's ass. Yes, that's her ass. And it was funny, somebody on Instagram was like, oh, that's not her real ass. So I said, Devon, put on a thong and bend over. Streamed it live on Instagram. And the troll said, oh, now I'm going to report you for sexual content. Psh, yeah, translation, you win. Let's see what else I can find here. I got all kinds of pictures, man. Hang on a second. Seen some of our girlfriends, huh? Okay. I've seen some of your girlfriends. So like sneak tip, he's trying to low key take shots at my girl. There's another one. Oh, here's another one. Oh, yeah, this is when and I showed these yesterday, but so you've seen some of our girlfriends, huh? All right. Hold on. Let me get to some of the facial pictures here. Give me a second. Since this guy wants to act like we're all dating trolls here. And I'll tell you this, CC. I already know this to be true. I already know this shit to be true. There's my girl right there. That's her. That's me and her in Vegas. There's another one I can show. I want to show her face with her eyes open or whatever, so we can. Oh, here we go. That's my girl right there. I'll tell you this, CC. I've seen some of your girlfriends. Anyway, moving on. I'll tell you what, my nigga. I'll bet you my girlfriend is in better shape than your wife. I'll bet you Devon's in better shape than your goddamn wife. Dude, I will put money on that shit. I'm dead serious. Everyone who talks shit about Devon, oh, she's 45 years old. Yes, she is. But I can promise you she's in better shape than your girl. Cece? You want to sit there and take sideways shots at my girl? All right, put your money where your mouth is, nigga. I guarantee you my girl is in far better shape than your wife. And you don't want to bet me. You do not want to bet me. You will lose all that money. Fuck out of here.
Listen, I'll tell you this.
But I wanted to be with you. I wanted you to live with me. I wanted, and the hardest part was feeding you. I mean, keeping food in the house was the hardest part of it. That and the electricity bill.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know all about that.
She basically called you a teenager.
No. She didn't call me a teenager. So now you're telling me that my girlfriend basically called me a teenager because I eat a lot and took up all the electricity. What was I doing all that time? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was building this into the empire you see right now. Just give me a break.
It's like...
Listen, I'll tell you this.
See, that was unnecessary, right? Like, you can tell this guy just did this video because he just doesn't like me. And all of these ad hominem, oh, she called you a teenager and you're a dumbass and blah, 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 blah.
things were, let's just say 2017, 2018. I wasn't making it. Well, actually, right in the middle of 2018, when they took down my first YouTube channel, that's why I started making a little bit of money. But had I stayed in that financial bracket, we wouldn't be together. There's absolutely no way.
I don't know.
She's telling him she likes him for him.
Look.
And he's like, Devin, no you don't.
Yes! You fucking idiot. This guy is dude, honestly. Confidence creator, you are a fucking idiot. You call names, I'm calling names. You are a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. So, you mean to tell me you're just going to take what a woman says at face value? Oh, she's telling you she liked you. What's not? This guy knows nothing about women. This explains why he's this young and married. A woman is never going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, man. Look at the smugness on his face. Your woman is telling you straight up what she would do. Right, because all women tell the truth all the time, right?
This guy needs the confidence creator.
Oh, Jesus
He needs the confidence creator.
Christ, of course you have to
I need the confidence creator like a fish needs a bicycle.
say that, right? But listen, when we're off the air, you can tell me, nigga, I would have left you a long time ago. Maybe, I don't want to put words into your mouth here, but I think maybe you saw that I had a plan, right?
There it is.
Bro, every guy has a plan.
No, every guy doesn't have a plan, confidence creator. Every guy doesn't have a plan. Listen, he's trying to put me in that box. We got guys who have, not every guy has a plan, Cece. Not every guy has a plan. Don't do that. She saw potential. She knew what the fuck was up. I had a plan, I had a track record. I had a 2-store mattress chain. I had a real estate business. Devin knew I could get that fucking paper. Miss me with that.
And I've been successful in other endeavors, so maybe
Oh, here we go.
subconsciously, because there's no way, like, listen, it's cute of you to say it because I wanted to be with you, but Dev, if I'm making $1,500 a month for 5 years, there's no way this works. It's just not going to work. At some point, dude, it doesn't matter if I'm Donovan Sharp or Donovan Smith. If I'm making $1,500 a month, at some point, like, listen, you tolerated for a year and a half, which is about as long as you did, and then that's when things started to take off. But if things don't take off, then this is a very different discussion.
Says who? Says Donovan? Bro, you're wrong.
Says who? Says Donovan. Bro, you're wrong. No, CC, I'm not wrong. If I make $1,500, dude, if I'm making $1,500 a month, dude, this relationship is over before it started. Like, really? This guy honestly wants us to believe that Devin would support me if I were making $1,500 a month.
I repeat, she loves you.
Right. She loves me because of what I am, not who I am. She loves me because of the life I provide her. She loves me because of the boundaries I set for her. She loves me for the structure, the discipline, the lifestyle, the care, we do not have to worry about money. We never worry about money. That's why she loves me. She doesn't love me just because, CC.
Not the money, sure. She's proud of you now, but if she had to work to be with you, she would still love you. Shit, somewhere in the world, there's a woman who's been supporting her man through his 6th mixtape, and she knows he can't rap.
Let me listen to that one more time.
She's proud of you now, but if she had to work to be with you, she would still love you. Shit, somewhere in the world, there's a woman who's been supporting her man through his 6th mixtape, and she knows he can't rap.
That's a bad example. That's a bad example, CC. You see, the kind of woman who would support a nigga through his 6th mixtape and she knows he can't rap, that's an ain't shit bitch, fam. That's a broke bitch. That's a low shelf bitch, bruh. That's a low shelf bitch, dude. Like that's a low quality woman. Are you kidding me? You're gonna compare Devin supporting me to some hood rat supporting some ain't shit nigga through his 6th mixtape and she knows he can't rap? No. Any woman who subjects herself to that is a woman who does not have better options. That's the way of it. She's the dude. The reason she supports him through 6 mixtapes is because she doesn't have better options, fam. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Women do not love unconditionally, CC, no matter how much you want them to.
Donovan is really selling himself short.
I don't know. I never asked you for anything. And if there was trouble, financial trouble, we would talk about it and figure it out. You know, like when you choose to be with someone, you choose to be with them.
See, it's very cute of her. Well, when you choose to be with someone, you choose. Devin has to toe. I mean, this is just what women do. This is what women do. Devin is doing exactly what the girls do on the Fresh and Fit podcast. They give the politically correct answer.
I know I'm very naive and I like it that way. Okay.
So if my YouTube channel gets taken down, the CME is canceled, my Patreon gets canceled.
We'll be all right.
You're still gonna give me head?
Yeah.
Look. Lisa, oh yeah, see? She said she would support you. That must mean something.
Yeah.
For about 6 months, and then that's it.
I might take an inch off the heels, but you know.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
See?
You see that? You see that? An inch off the heels.
Did you now listen? We're making fun of that. But he didn't have shit to say about that. You want to know why? Because Devin saying she take an inch off the heels, that is literally her telling me that I'm not going all the way for you anymore. If everything got taken down, you didn't show resolve, listen, I would still support you, but I might take an inch off the heels. That's tongue-in-cheek as far as that example, but what she just said is that, okay, like, all right, if you lose everything, that's all well and good, but I'm going to take an inch off the heels. I might not wear the thong as much. Do you know what those are, Cece? Those are concessions. Because my value has now lowered. Devin is she's not trying to work. She's not trying to work for this kind of value if my value is down here. She might still wear the heels, but she's just going to take an inch off the heels. And we laughed and chuckled, but she's telling the truth. First, it's the inch off the heels, right? First, it's the half an inch off the heels. Then, I want to wear granny panties. Still making $1,500 a month, eating up all her food. Donovan, I don't want to have sex tonight. Can we just wait till tomorrow? I'm like, no, we got to fuck now. You know what she's going to say? Fuck you. I want to go to bed. What are you going to do? Leave? You're making $1,500 a fucking month. I support you. I give you pussy whenever I want to. You understand how that works? Cece? A woman's love is never conditional. Ever.
An inch off the heels. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
See, look, he's looking at the screen and shaking his head because he doesn't realize what Devin just said.
There you have it.
So yeah, your own talking points, exposed by the women you're with. Donovan says, oh, women don't let you lead unless you have money. His lady says, but I let you lead when you were broke. Donovan says, oh, if a man loses his job, a woman will leave right after. His lady says,
see, there you go. Taking words out of my mouth. I didn't say if a man loses his job, a woman will lead right after. That's not what I said, Cece. That is not what I said. If a man loses his job, a woman will give him time to get his shit together. But there is a time limit. And depending on the woman, there are different time limits depending on the man and the situation. But dude, a woman will not support a man indefinitely. That's not something they want to do. The hood bitch supporting the hood nigga with the 6 mixtape who can't rap. The only reason she supports him is because she has no other options. That's it. Like, fam, I'm 6'2". I'm taller than most people. I make more money than most people. I have a small measure of celebrity. I'm disciplined. I'm steadfast in my beliefs. And I provide my woman with an awesome life. That's why she wears the heels, bruh. If all this goes away, she's not going to continue to do that shit. And it's not going to just happen all at once. It'll be little by little. A woman will give you time. She will give you time, but she will not give you unlimited time. There is a time limit where a woman will support you.
Your broke ass didn't have a job when we met.
Your broke ass didn't have a job when we met. So now I was broke. Yeah. No, I didn't have a job when we met. I haven't had a job in how long? Shit, man, I haven't had a job in, Jesus Christ, going on, 10, 11 years now. But that, again, is him stick me with that pot shot. Your broke ass didn't have a job when we met. No, I didn't. But I had a shitload of money in the fucking bank, dickhead. So you don't talk shit about shit that you know nothing about. Don't do that.
If you're with a real woman that likes you for you, not a gold digger.
Oh, not a gold digger. So now we're using polar opposites. So a woman is either with you for you, it's either unconditional love or she's a gold digger. Right? She either loves you unconditional. So if a woman does not love you, unconditional, she's a gold digger. No, you fucking idiot. That's not how it works. Are there gold diggers out there? Absolutely. But no woman loves you for you. No woman loves you unconditionally.
A real woman will stick around through the bad times.
She'll stick around through the bad times. Absolutely. But she won't stick around for long, fam. Like, there is a time limit.
Trust me, I've had a few myself. And you hear guys say, oh, she left me after I lost my job. But they never mention how they changed after they lost their job.
He is making my point for me. There you go.
How they started taking their frustrations out on that woman. How they barely looked for work and just sat around drinking and gaining weight.
Okay. But what you said, see, listen to what this dude said. Listen to this.
Guys say, oh, she left me after I lost my job.
She left me after I lost my job. But before he said, Donovan says she'll leave you right after you lose your job. Stupid nigga. Dude, he keeps parsing his words. And again, this argument is in bad faith.
But they never mention how they changed after they lost their job.
Bruh, I literally said that earlier. A woman will give you time, but if you don't show the resolve to get it all back, your time is limited. Your time is abso-fucking-lutely limited. This fucking idiot. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. We're going to finish this video. We're going to open up the phone lines. 516-387-1987. Again, that is 516-387-1987. The Red Pill Mike phone lines are now open. 516-387-1987. If you're calling from outside the U.S., 011-586-316-1987. Let's finish this out.
How they started taking their frustrations out on that woman. How they barely looked for work and just sat around drinking and gaining weight. They always leave that part out. And I ask you, how long should a person stick around and get treated like shit?
And I ask you, how long should a person stick around and get treated like shit? See, what he is doing, he is trying to add in the treating like shit. Right? What the men don't tell you is they took their frustrations out on their woman. A woman is going to leave you if you don't try to look for another job. It doesn't matter how you treat them. You see what he's trying to do? Well, the only reason she'll leave you is because you're treating her like shit, because you're taking your frustrations out on her for you not having a job. So once again, he's putting this on the man. This guy likes to blame men for the plight of men.
Would you? Because I know I wouldn't.
Of course you wouldn't, you fucking idiot. Just like a woman is not going to stick around for 6 months while you lay around and get drunk after losing your job. You are literally making my point for me. The difference is you say that I said she'll leave right afterwards. She'll leave right afterwards. Not what the fuck I said. You can go back and watch my archive video, bruh. With your uneducated ass. The fuck out of here.
But anyways, check out the keep your D out of her video. Advice I learned from a pimp. I'm out.
So, I'll issue this challenge to content creator. Go over to his channel and tell him I want him on the show to discuss these differences. I want him on the show to discuss these differences. This is not going to be a debate. I'm going to tell this idiot why he's wrong to his fucking face. Number one, I'm also going to check this nigga for talking shit about my woman, and then I'm going to have him prove to me. I want to know what his woman looks like. You going to talk shit about my woman all sideways? Cool. My bitch is in better shape than your bitch. That I know is true. I know it's true. Well, my woman is younger than yours. Yeah, but she probably weighs 100 pounds more than my woman. Like, anybody who makes fun of Devin, like, oh, she's 45. What does your girlfriend look like? Huh? What's your girlfriend look like? What's your wife look like? CC, who lets your woman lead? Another reason why I want to get him on the show is I want to know why. I want to know if this is really the way he talks. Don't go and troll him, guys. Don't go over troll him. Don't be disrespectful. Just let him know. Hey, Donovan wants you on the show to discuss why I'm wrong about the dating market and unconditional love and all the rest of that. Tell him that I want him on the show, number one. Tell him that listen, you can tell him I said this. Point him to this timestamp. Fam, I'm 1,000% certain my woman is in better shape than your wife. I promise you that. I don't give a shit how young a bitch is. If she's not in good shape, she ain't worth it. Nigga steady talking shit. But the interesting thing is, as my last point, the reason why this dude calls Devin my wife and use that picture of her at the beginning is for one reason and one reason only. And that, of course, is Anthony Johnson. You see, on the black side of YouTube, they all talk about we got to be pro-black and we got to support each other and blah, 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 and white people are this and they're the devil. Yet, when a white person puts something out about a black person that they don't like, all of a sudden now it's gospel. Right? Isn't that how that works? Isn't that how that works? The only reason why this guy is calling Devin my wife is because Anthony Johnson calls her my wife. He hadn't done any research. Fuck it. I don't like Donovan Sharp, so I'll call her his wife. This is the problem with niggas. This is the problem with niggas who think they're actually doing something. They think that they're pro-black. It's the same with the Myron Gaines, the Fresh and Fit situation. Two non-black women, Nina Unrated and Anna Quinn, came out and tried to expose all this other kind of stuff. Turned out it was 100% bullshit. Myron fucking came clean as hey, I was trying to shoot my shot. Don't mix business with pleasure, blah, 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 blah. But when she came out with that bullshit video, all in NiggaTube jumped up, oh, well, we got to jump on Myron. Based on what? The word of a white woman? Y'all niggas out here steady talk about how white women steady get niggas hemmed up. Don't trust white women are poisonous, blah, 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 and white people this and that and the other. Yet, when a white bitch opens her mouth about somebody on our side, well, all of a sudden now we want to give them credibility, right? White people are liars and this and that and the other. So Anthony Johnson says, I'm married. So now you going to believe him? Is that what that is? That's why I don't trust niggas like this. Niggas like this are disingenuous. Fuck out of here and miss me with that nonsense. Every black YouTuber wants to be pro-black until a white person opens their goddamn mouth. Now all of a sudden whatever they say is gold. So let this dude know I'm looking for his ass. I want him on the show. I want his ass on the show, and we will have a spirited discussion on why his ass is dead fucking wrong about everything. Fuck out of here. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard, man. Let's see if you have the same kind of fucking bravado and cleverness in real time, dick. And bring pictures of your wife, too. So I can take your fucking money. Fuck these people, man. All right. RPAP on the Sharp Stream side says if he's married, he seems like the kind of guy whose wife lets him think he's in control. Yeah, he strikes me as that. Damian Hamna said a woman once said, would you love me if I got fat? The husband responded, would you love me if I lost 2 inches downstairs? The wife said, never mind, let's change the subject. Yeah, right. Dre Raven says, I suspect this is the voice he uses when he tries to convince his wife to give him a piece of lukewarm peace-lee. Yeah, maybe. Come on, baby. Just a little bit. I've done the dishes today. Dumbass. RPEP says he clearly doesn't study English. Yeah, he's supposed to be this economic savant. You don't know the difference between woman and woman. And axe. An axe is a weapon. It's a tool. You don't axe somebody. You ask them. Fuck, don't be... And the guy, he sounds well-spoken. Like, I was shocked to hear him say axe. I was like, dude, like, you sound articulate. What are you... Dumbass. See you guys on the phone lines. I'll get to you guys in just a second. Technomage B5. $20 super chat says, husband and wife need to be on the same page when raising kids. The reason? She spends most of the time with the kids. This way, your values are reflected in your kids. You only need to step in occasionally to right the ship. There you go. The Sinister Minister, $5. Appreciate that very, very much. Jay Para, $5, says, this guy ought to line wives and girlfriends. This guy's at a line, wives, girlfriends, and kids are off limits. Those comments may cause a pull-up. Yeah, man. Like, dude, like you're going to sit there and put up a picture of my girl that... All right, I got you, nigga. That's cool. I bet he wouldn't do that shit to my goddamn face. I'll bet he wouldn't. Shit. That's the problem with dudes like these. Dudes like him and Kevin, they would never be this... They would never be like this to anybody's face. Never, ever, ever. You want to show me that picture? You want to show me that picture of my girl in person? All right. I got you. Bet. Technomage B5, $5, says all the red flags were there, but CC is wearing rose-colored glasses and thinks they're just flat. Yeah, right. I mean, maybe he really doesn't know. Maybe he really doesn't know because he seems very convinced that the bullshit that comes out of his mouth is true. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to tell him, hey, man, like, you do understand that, like, it don't work that way, right? Like, you do get that, right? Yes, Axe is a body spray, gentlemen. Axe is not a Axe is a verb. It's not a body spray. Axe is a verb. It's not a weapon. It's not a tool. Give me a second here, guys. Hold on. I'm looking for the phone thingy, and I can't. Hold on. I actually lost the window. Give me 2 seconds, and I will get this figured out. Okay. All right. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. There it is. Now I got to bring it back up. Give me just a few minutes, guys. The phone lines are the phone lines, I'm told, are blowing up here. So give me 2 seconds. All right. Very nice. Almost there, guys. Just got to open this bad boy up. Okay. Got that done. Very good. Got it. All right, perfect. Okay, there it is. All right, good. All right, we're back on track. Back on track here. Okay, 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987. That is the number that you need to call to get on the line. Okay, let us go. Let me make sure all systems are go. All right, let's go to Janik Latalian in Hong Kong. Janik, how's it going, brother?
Hey, Donovan. I got to give it to you, man. Fresh out of the hospital, and you're already on the poor CC.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, man, I'm already, it's already threat con Delta over here. Jesus, man.
Yeah, I'm actually happy to be watching you in the daytime because I'm stranded in Mexico till the 23rd. So it's actually nice to hear you in daylight.
Oh, so you're not in Mexico? So you're not in Hong Kong? You're in Mexico? You're in Mexico?
Yeah, I got to get back there on the 23rd, but because of the beer bug restraints and bullshit, and because I passed through Dallas, now I got to do 21 days somewhere in a non-red zone country. But hey, you know what? This place is fucking Disneyland.
Is it?
But yeah, to get back on the CC part of the fun, every time I hear a guy talking about not all women are like that or the sign language excuses, it always falls to me. I always see single motherhood in there that somehow made it work.
Right.
That's pretty much all I wanted to say on that. But
I'll tell you what, Janik,
you can see single motherhood there.
Well, the thing with this guy, and again, Kevin, one thing that he does that Kevin Ray Wilder also does, he not only takes things out of context, he makes false connections, right? He called, of course I endorse, hey, you have to be the breadwinner to be the leader in the relationship. He calls that leading with your wallet, which he wants to define as which he wants to characterize as tricking. Nobody talked about leading with your wallet is only used within the context in terms of pickup. What say you?
You know what? I mean, I'm gonna sum it up by a French saying that says, "If you want to kill your dog, just say he's got rabies."
Yeah,
so
right.
anything he says, he's gonna fucking twist it up to make it suit his design.
There you go.
And he wouldn't say it to your face.
And that's exactly what Kevin Ray Wilder did. Janik, thanks for checking in, man. Hopefully you make it back to Hong Kong, man.
All day.
Janik L'Italian. Don't drink the water, Janik. Don't drink the water. I'm told that there's all sorts of horror stories about the water. Okay, let us go. All right, let's go to Bad Wrench Entertainment in Minnesota. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Congrats on beating the vid.
Yeah, man, thank you.
And it's about time that the haters get whooped by Daddy Donovan at this point.
I don't know why these guys come after me, man. I really, really don't.
Yeah, you're a favorite target because you're pressing on buttons that make them feel uncomfortable. That's how I see it.
With this guy in particular, and let me ask your opinion. Do you think this guy... Do you think he really doesn't know? Do you think this is just because he seems very brazenly ignorant? Like he really said with his mouth, maybe a woman loves you because she just loves you for who you are. Is this ignorance or is this just taking a position against me just because it's me?
I think it's a little bit of both. I don't want to play that side of the coin here, but, a lot of people, let's be a 1,000 at this point. A lot of people are blue pill from the time we're born until the time we finally take that red pill.
Right.
And this gets into the topic that I wanted to bring up to you, is that once people take that red pill, the road forks.
Right.
And you stare at three different options. You stare at, black pill, red pill, and let's just call the white pill blue pill, because let's be honest, if you've taken the white pill, realistically, you have now said that you flat out believe that women are angels.
Yes.
And you're going to play the white knight hero until the day you die. That's the path you've chosen. So you're going to blindly walk towards that blue path willingly.
Yeah, that I agree with.
And I feel that that's really how Wilder and Cam and this dude have gone. They really believe that they can go ahead and take that white pill and keep following the women down that bad path.
Shit. I think that Kevin is. I think Kevin is. I don't think he's going to be in for a rude awakening. I think he understands what's really going on. He has modeled the white pill literally after the red pill. There's nothing that the white pill espouses that disagrees with the red pill. That's it. All Kevin Ray Wilder likes to do is he likes to pick out what he characterizes as logical fallacies and then uses that as a referendum on the entire lifestyle. Yet he and Grand Cam talked about, well, you got to train a woman and this and that and the other. That's what we teach here in the Manosphere. That's what we teach here in the red pill. They're trying to carve out a niche that's already been carved out. They just want to repackage it.
I could definitely see that. That's pretty clear that they're trying to stake a claim to something that's already been established. But no doubt, straight up, red pill saved my marriage, saved my life, and is the path that I chose. Now, I chose to take the biblical sense of red pill, which, if you look at it, most of the biblical red pill stuff is red pill, no matter how you slice it.
That's right.
I mean, I could sit here and break down a lot of this to basically say, okay, here's the deal. You look at what they say in the Bible, it's mirroring what we're saying in the red pill.
That's right.
And I took the time to look at it, and it's, that's really where I think a lot of the men that are stranded, and you did a great job touching on this the last time we talked. You popped in a video of one of your past things that basically stated everything I was saying and summed it up perfectly. And it was a longer clip that came in after we talked. But it was, the moral of this whole point is that you can really get to the point that even if you're living a basic life, working a 9-to-5 job or even working long hours, you can still have that red pill life, but you still have to operate in the mindset of red pill.
That's right.
Women aren't going to change. Their morals aren't going to change. So the way you have to handle them is stated in Red Pill Theory, and that's what you have to operate on.
Bad Wrench Entertainment in Minnesota. Thanks for checking in, brother.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, BWE, man, he watches a lot of my workout videos. I know you guys are missing them, but those are coming back. Those are coming back. Frank Harris, $10, says he's crossing the line. Talking about another man's woman is a B move. Lame of the year. Yeah, it's funny how he sort of like he didn't address her specifically. But the fact that he put her pictures up there and then he made some other comments about, I've seen some of your girlfriends, that's how he is staying out of trouble as far as that's concerned. But I'm not stupid. Like, he was talking about my woman. So guess what? I'm going to call him and his woman out. I know his woman is not in. Dude, anybody who talks shit about my woman, I'm just going to have to start saying, hey, let's see a picture of your girl. Because I don't care how old a woman, well, I mean, to an extent, right? I mean, listen, if you're 65 years old and in great shape, I'm going to pass, especially if I'm still 44. But when you break it down to the brass tacks, man, if your woman is not in as good a shape as mine, then why are you talking shit? Let us go to Hassan in New York City. Hassan, you want to talk about the fact that CZ is just basically doing ad hominem attacks?
Basically, but the thing about it, he's trying to sound like Kevin Conroy to sound. And what's that Batman the Animated Series? He's trying to deepen his voice, and instead of saying women, he's like "Wallon," and I'm like, yo, bro, come on, man, you're making my hair hurt, and I'm a black dude. It's like, come on, bro, get to the point, bro. You got a point, get to it, you know. But deeper than that, every time I notice when you come on your live shows, I can talk about something with Mr. Jap, talking about the whole single mother thing.
Oh yeah.
And I now just heard that there's like a single mom's, dating site. When I heard that and I checked it, yeah, it actually exists, man. And I was
what? There's a single mom dating site? Devin?
Yes, sir.
Devin, get on that. I got to see this. Oh, my goodness.
Sir.
That might be my next stop. That might be my topic for Monday. You're telling me that there's a dating site for single moms?
Correct.
Oh, my God, dude. How much did I miss when I was in the hospital, dude? God damn.
Man, listen, I just found out about this literally this morning. I was kind of like, no, that can't be right. And I went to the site like, oh, wow. Oh, they're not playing. Because I think that show with you and Minister Jap started something with a lot of guys saying no to single moms, because now they're going on TikTok talking crazy about how if you're not dating a single mom, you're immature. I'm like, maybe that man don't want to be a father to someone else's kids, man.
To a bastard kid.
Come on.
Holy
shit,
what I mean?
Man. Like, come on, yeah.
Wow. Listen, I'm definitely going to get Devin on that. Let me ask you one more question, Hassan, and then I'll let you go.
Sure.
Do you think CC is? Do you think he knows the truth, or do you think he's just speaking of ignorance? Because again, he is so wrong. I can't imagine that he actually believes the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth. But who knows?
Well, I think he actually puts me. It's not being willfully ignorant or even like smart or unsmart. I'm going to perspective of somebody probably tried to tell him, and he told him, and he reacted how he reacted. He couldn't take it, because the one thing about the red pill, like Raul Tomasi says, I'm paraphrasing, but the red pill doesn't exist for you to hate women. It just makes you understand for what they can never be to you. They're not your soulmate, not your life partner. They're just women. Stop putting all that stuff on what you think they are. And trust me, if you get this man a verbal debate, he is not going to argue the facts. He's going to argue with his feelings, and that's from a feminine perspective. He's talking from a feminine frame. He's trying to defend all women, like they're his women. And my thing is this: if this woman was really bad, like he thinks she is, he would have been put on there. She's probably not that attractive. She might be what you call, what she says, a basic ass bitch. Maybe, I don't know.
Right.
I know she ain't in shape. I'm just saying. I'm not capping. I'm just, my thing is this: it's easy to throw stones when you got like ripples coming out of your pool. It's easy. Well, my father used to say, it is far better to have someone think you're a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. That man has removed all doubt from that he is a fool. End of story.
Wow. Hassan, bringing the fire, man. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Take care.
Damn, I should shut the show down right there. Hassan, dude. God damn. Hassan with the fire. Man, good call. Very, very good call. RIP Red Pill Mike says, $5 says, young dude hasn't been through nothing, got no business in the sphere. All these young guys coming after us acting like they know more than we do. It's just ridiculous. RPAP on the Sharp Stream side says he'll say the reason his woman isn't in as good a shape as Devin, even though I'm willing to bet she's 5 to 10 years younger than Dev, is because she had kids. Yeah, that's no excuse. Oh, I would love for him. Oh, dude, I would love for him to tell me that. I would love for him to tell me that, man. Holy God. Then I'll ask him how old his kids are. Listen, I'm telling you, you already know. Listen, man. He's not. If he were smart, he wouldn't take me up on it. He's not going to take me up on it. I don't know. He might be dumb enough to do that, but yeah, dude, you don't talk shit about another man's woman unless you know your woman is a bad bitch. That's just all there is to it. All right, let us go to Jordan in Illinois. Jordan in Illinois. You want to talk about me beating these idiots down? Jordan, we there? Are you there? Jordan? Jordan? In Illinois? All right, I'm going to put you back on hold, Jordan. Put you back on hold. Let me look at the... let's go to Dozer in Phoenix. Dozer, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine. How you doing, man?
Perfect. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm no worse for the wear. I'm a little weaker, but I'm all right.
Yeah, honestly, hey, first off, I just want to say I'm glad that you made it out fine. I didn't realize how much I missed your content until I realized you weren't posting anything.
Right. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Hey, no worries, no worries. Well, to get to the topic, I just want to let you know I'm literally going through this scenario right now.
Oh.
I lost my job due to the beer bug.
Okay.
I was working in Scottsdale, Arizona as a bartender, making pretty good money. And I had a pretty consistent girl with me for about 5 years, but everything shut down, and I had let her know, sat her down, and was like, hey, this isn't the route that I'm going to be taking anymore. I'm going to go back to school. I know you're working, so you're going to have to, you're going to have to put the majority of the bills for the time being until I figure this out, right?
Right.
Well, that lasted for about 6 months.
Yep.
And then I started noticing the little things that were off, as far as like prolonged text messages with whomever.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Dinner dates with girlfriends and stuff like that. So, and this is around the same time that I found the red pill. So things just started to make sense, and I'm at a point where there's really no fighting it. It's women's nature. If we don't perform, they're going to find somebody else to perform.
That's right.
And that's on us.
No, listen, I agree 100%.
So, I mean, you can't fault them.
Well, the thing is this, Dozer, and now that you have found the red pill, and it sucks that happened to you, but when you learn about the way women really operate, you think to yourself, okay, it sucks that she left, but I understand why, and it's hard not to take it personally, but you have to be like, okay, I can't really take that personally. Or is that the way you feel, or are we at that stage yet?
I mean, at first, don't get me wrong, at first,
of course,
definitely took it personally because, you know what I mean, what have we've been taught, that love is unconditional, right?
Right.
But when all of this happens, you have to sit down and wonder what's really going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and after I figured out, after I was exposed to the information, I found Rolo, I found you, it kind of alleviated that, let's say, the red pill rage, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it honestly kind of takes the onus off of her. Basically, it puts it back on me, which is where I want it anyways. You know what I mean? I don't want to blame her for anything. If I mess up, I mess up.
Sure.
It's time for me to pick up and keep carrying on, But I'm not. There's a difference. You know what I mean? There's definitely going to be guys like this individual that you're talking about who's gonna claim the victimhood mentality, or to some extent. You know what I mean? But it's
real quick, Dozer. Let me ask you this.
Go out and you
90 seconds.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, let me ask you this. How old are you, and how old was she?
I'm 31. She was 26.
Okay, 31, 26. Okay, so how long had you had this job as a bartender?
I've been in that bar industry for about 8 years. I've been a bartender.
Oh wow. Okay, gotcha. And I'm assuming you had this bartending job when you met her.
Yes.
60 seconds.
Okay,
yes,
very good.
And that's the funny thing is the opposite side of the red pill also made a lot of sense, because I mean, I'll be completely honest. I wasn't the greatest of guys when I was with her, but that didn't deter her from wanting to be with me. You know what I mean?
Now, describe that to me. You weren't the greatest of guy when you were with her. Describe what you mean by that, because I think I know where you're going.
I mean, straight up, I entertained other women. You know what I mean? Like, I had attention of other women.
Yep.
I wasn't monogamous.
Okay.
You know? And I let it be known. There was times where she had caught me, but she had never left.
Right.
You know what I mean? She caught me multiple times. She never went anywhere.
That's right. So she stuck around when you stepped out on her, but when you lost your job 6 months later, she's out.
She's out. And there was no, you know what I mean? There was no reconciliation, nothing. It was just like, hey, you know, I lost the passion. I got to go do me, you know? And,
wow.
You know, I'm at a point where there's no reason to fight for keep anybody in my life. So,
no,
I agree. It's on to the next one.
And again, this is something, Dozer, that so many of our detractors like to deny. Just like this guy Cece. Oh, you know, if a real woman would stick around through the tough times, and he's right, but they're not going to stick around indefinitely. You lost your job because of the beer bug. You let her know. Guess what? She supported you for 6 months, but then she said, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore, and that's not her fault. Not only that, you had stepped out on her multiple times while in a relationship with her, and she stuck around. So you stepped out on her. Stepped out on her. She found out about it. She stuck around. You lost your job. She still stuck around for 6 months, but guess what? After that 6 months time buzzer went off, she was out. You can't make this stuff up, guys. This is how it goes. I'll give you the last word, Dozer.
No, other than that, I mean, just keep doing you, man. You are definitely you're definitely doing a lot more good than these other individuals want to claim. So I do appreciate what you do, man.
Absolutely. I'm gonna hate you because you live in Phoenix, because that's where I want to be right now. So.
Hey, well, you're more than welcome to come join us. It's only 100 degrees.
And you were in Scottsdale. God, there's fucking bad bitches all over that city.
Oh, for sure.
I could not stay monogamous in a city like Phoenix. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you.
You can't blame me.
Yeah, it would not work out that way. Dozer, thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
No worries, Dono. Have a good one.
You too, bud. Take care. There you have it, man. There you have it. Geeky Anomaly says hypergamy confirmed again and again. So Dozer lost his job because of the beer bug. That's through no fault of his own, right? And his girlfriend at the time, hey, she gave him the benefit of the doubt. All right, listen, I understand the beer bug. He's like, look, I'm going to go back to school. She supported him, but after 6 months, like, women are not designed mentally to support men. They're just, listen, can they do it financially? Sure. Of course. Hell, women make great money these days too. But a woman cannot bring herself to have the kind of respect for a man she makes more money than. That's not a flaw with women. That doesn't make her a gold digger. That makes her a woman. Any more than, being attracted to, 19, 20, 20-year-old, 21-year-old young women makes us pedophiles. Right? Like, men, we get shamed. Oh my God, how young is she? She's of age, bitch. Leave that alone. Well, on the other side, guys are like, well, you're only with him because of his money. No. We like young, hot girls because they're young and hot. We can't not be attracted to that. Just like women can't bring themselves to respect a man she supports financially and she makes more money than. She'll respect him. Listen, she'll have a modicum of respect for him. But a woman cannot lead the relationship both in a leadership sense or financially. We're seeing the manifestation of this all the time. We see it all the time. Good calls, man. Very, very good calls. So, so we are going to do the, Jesus, I lost my train of thought. Yes. F-Boy Island breakdowns are coming up next. They're coming up next right after the show. If you want to watch it for free, go to sharpstream.com. Go to sharpstream.com to watch it. Download the app. You can watch it absolutely free. You can watch it absolutely free on your mobile device. And by the way, It's available for iOS and Android. iOS and Android. And I'd like to remind you guys again that Kendall from season 3, the star of season 3 of Temptation Island, Kendall is going to join me on the show. I absolutely cannot wait to have this guy on. This guy knew exactly what he was doing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I was able to get this guy. I'm so glad I was able to get this guy. It was unbelievable. It's going to be an unbelievable podcast. That goes down this Sunday. That's the day after tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. That is going to be a fantastic interview. No questions are off limits, he told me. So I'm going to be able to press him. He's going to give us all the gory details. He's going to give us updates on Alexis, Erica, and Nicole. So that'll be all kinds of fun. Very, very much looking forward to that. And that is going to do it for this, the 788th edition of TSR Live. Coming up next is the breakdown of F-Boy Island as we continue down that path. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Oh yeah, happy birthday to King Life. I'll give you a Don DeMarco for that. Hold up. Oh, no, yes. There we go. Okay. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm actually eating some pepperoni. Got to keep it keto, baby. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ooh, good. So I hadn't eaten anything all day. So I went downstairs, made like a ghetto charcuterie. Got some turkey slices, some Swiss cheese, and some pepperoni and some mustard. That way I keep it keto. At any rate, I'm going to say goodbye to my DLive audience, my MGTOW.TV audience, my Manosphere.TV audience, my Twitch audience, my Facebook audience, my backup YouTube channel audience, and my YouTube channel audience. So, so thank you guys for joining. If you want to watch for free, just download the SharpStream mobile app. Go to sharpstream.com to get it on either Android or iOS.